This is my review on Young and Reckless season 4 reunion part 1. Obviously, at the beginning, they do disclose that Baby Tyson isn't coming, and under that impression, I believe that Lauren isn't coming either. I'm not sure as to what was the reason both of them are not available to come. Obviously, they weren't able to do their confessionals because originally they wanted to get it done before they went off to film Baddies Gone Wild, but obviously, production weren't really going to, or not weren't really, but they decided not to be flexible with the schedule and let them film their confessionals earlier. That's why they didn't have any during the show. Obviously, we have the opening scene with Zanaya and Nug talking and walking down the same road for 25 years. And Zanaya's talking about, oh, she wants to slap Sav for the Mace situation, blah, blah. And I feel like it's getting dragged out now. But the only reason I'm saying that is because they have talked since then in regards to, like, they went on, I think Zanaya went on a podcast, Sav was obviously on the phone or something like that, either one or the other, but I feel like Sav was, they called in Sav basically, and Zanaya was physically at the podcast and they talked about this. And in a sense, like, Sav said what she said, Zanaya said what she said, and I'm thinking now you're trying to act like you want to skate back on it as well. You can have that fade with Sav at the reunion, but I feel like it's just very hypocritical because we saw in Mean Girls, Zanaya was basically using weapons, the same weapons that she said, oh, she's against and whatever and stuff. You were using them on a different show. So what was, you just want to fight it for the sake of it at that point. Again, I feel like a lot of people, their moral compass changes like the weather. Like, that's why I just don't agree with certain stuff. Like, you'll say one thing, the next thing you know on the show, we're seeing you do the same thing, and you'll say, no, I don't care because I don't like the person. Stand on what you said and don't be a hypocrite. Like, you could be a hypocrite sometimes, but don't be all the time, especially when you've had this situation going on for months now with this one individual. And obviously, I feel like the budget of this reunion, you can tell that it was spent, but at the same time, they were minimizing cost as well, because we still are at Saucy Booba or Buddha, whatever it is, at Tilo's restaurant. And this is the same for the Deja Vu reunion. Like, they always have to do it in Miami because maybe it's cheaper to feed them in regards to the overheads and stuff, because obviously they're giving them food and drink there as well. We see the scene of Legacy and Alexis sitting down. Obviously, we know that Legacy works at that bar anyway, but everyone looks good. I just feel like the sit down scenes didn't need to happen across the board in regards to Legacy, Alexis, Minnie, and Bonnie. Zanaya and Nug walking down that street for 25 years. Then we had the other groups just sitting around, like Crystal standing like a night walker with the hills. Like, there was just a lot going on. I feel like after this reunion as well, I feel like Nug and Minnie's beef needs to be deaded. We don't need to see that again for another season. I feel like it's dragged out too much now. I just get annoyed even thinking about it because I'm just thinking, like, this could have been done the last season. We didn't need to drag it to this season. I did fast forward a lot of the sit downs as well. I don't believe they were needed, including the one with Diamond. The one with Cash. I couldn't take it. I'm sorry, because it was like about 20 minutes. I'm wondering where the hell Andre is at this point, because that's who I'm really tuned in for, along with obviously the fades and everything else, because he's an amazing host. And we're at like halfway through the episode now, and we're still having people talking in circles. What the hell is going on? Do you know what I mean? What the hell is going on with these reunions? The only thing I am curious about in these conversations, well, is what degree Crystal has. Like, what is the degree in? Is it in communications? Is it in marketing? Is it in, what degree is it? Like, I don't know what field it is. Sorry, not degree, but like what field of study she did, because it could be anything. I am glad though that Jules is back as well. I feel like she was robbed of that season last. I think it was season 3 in Cancun as well. She deserved her spot there, and they took it away and just kept people that were more boring. And it doesn't mean that you have to do fades or anything, but Jules was entertaining in general. So I don't know why they had her go home, which was dumb. Glad C Rose is there as well. So they didn't really elaborate as well as to why Caribbean couldn't fight as well. Did she have surgery? Is it because of that? Because I remember at one of the podcast episodes as well, they mentioned she had just had her boobs done as well. So if that was the reason why didn't she just stay home? That was, I know people want to see her and everything, and the body is amazing, everything like that. But I feel like you probably want to fight anyway, and the dialogue isn't going to change in regards to Caribbean and Ara's conversation and stuff. So I don't know, or unless she's getting someone to take the fade for her, I don't know how serious it is. You know who really needs to answer for their crimes is the waitresses or waiters at that bar, because why would you bring the shots out, have them sit in the hot sun for about 20 minutes, let them marinate, and then people are ready to take the shot? Why didn't you just put the drink one side away from the, like, it just was annoying me. I'm glad Kai's back there. I feel like she's above the show though anyway. I'm glad they let them enjoy before the chaos as well. Like, the whole pool setup was really nice and everything, but I feel like it would have made more sense to get the fades out of the way than people enjoy. But at the same time, people may have got upset about the fades anyway and started fighting, then wouldn't let themselves enjoy or other people enjoy. Alexis needed that off the walk-in with Star, and I feel like Star wasn't locked in at all. She was put her head down, was focused on the towel and all that other stuff. And then when Alexis was knocking her head, I'm just thinking, why did you let her get so close to you in the beginning when you know you guys had some sort of animosity anyway? You never let that person get too close to you. But I feel like the fight was kind of like a tie. I don't feel like anyone really left the winner necessarily though. I feel like they both like Star locked in eventually, but it after that first hit, she was kind of like, "Whoa, what's going on?" Then immediately she locked in. But I don't believe Star was the easy fade like at all. But I feel like again it was a tie. Then obviously Diamond was pressed to fight Alexis, and it was like she wanted to do it immediately after she just finished doing 2 rounds with Star, and I'm just thinking in my head like, you want this fade, and I agree with Andre. You want this fade so bad, but why are you not fading Zanaya, who actually put hands on you? Alexis didn't put hands on you; she just said stuff to you, and you want to fight her. You want to fight Legacy. You want to fight everyone else, but the person that put hands on you, you're a loser. And this is why I can't take some of the cast members seriously, because you're angry, irate with everyone else but the person that pans on you. Cool. Then we had Legacy versus Diamond, and obviously Diamond won, but I think it was takeaway for me was that Legacy has got better with fighting. Like when she did the uppercuts, I'm like, Legacy, you're learning something, a thing or two. Because beforehand, Legacy would just be, swinging her hand here. She wouldn't really be going up with the uppercuts and stuff. Then in regards to the fight between Bonnie and Pam, I'm going to say Pam won the fight. Bonnie was too fixated on fixing her swimming cap so her head doesn't get exposed. And that is where the problem lied. Then Minnie's fight, I forgot the girl's name. I think they said it was Nay, but I'm not entirely sure. But Minnie won that fight. Minnie wasn't ducking wreck either. Minnie got immediately on that and said, you know what, yeah, I'm going to fight. And Minnie nearly knocked the girl out. I feel like Minnie's going to win her fight with Nug anyway. That's just off the rip, I think. But I feel like the girl, she also got the girl's eye anyway, but I think the fact that she knocked her out was crazy. I was like, Minnie, you've been practicing. And again, I just don't believe anything Diamond's saying, because she's talking about, oh yeah, I've got receipts of this, I've got receipts of that. You've had multiple months to gather these receipts and gather the so-called iPad it was on or phone it was on and bring it to the reunion. You could have printed it out as well. You didn't do such thing because you're a liar. And I can't believe a word you're saying right now, because anyone that would have valid proof would have showed it, like, oh, look at this, look at that, whatever. Or they would have at least posted it online. If they're not going to post it at the reunion or bring it to the reunion, they're going to post it online and be like, this is what was said to her, whatever, and do it expose. But you didn't do none of that, so I don't believe you. Then at the very end, Zanaya and Nug walk in. I wonder if Diamond is going to have that fade with Zanaya. I highly doubt it as well, but this is why she shouldn't be returning for another season.